Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. A little bit of itty bitty on today's Massive Beer review. Vitamin C Brewing. Haven't done a bunch of beers from these guys. I actually think maybe every single Vitamin C beer that I've covered on the channel, which isn't many, has been a collab. But this is straight up Vitamin C, and they're known for their hazies. They're known for their kind of hop-forward stuff. But this is their Mildly Amused, which is an English-style mild. Kind of pumped about that. 4% alcohol by volume. You see you have the old classic tragedy and happiness. No, it's not. It's something funnier than that. Anyway, masks from theater on there, and it says Mildly Amused. 4% English dark mild. We have a candy date of... This actually looks like it has a little bit of time on it. I want to say it's from August of 20... Maybe August? I can't really read it, but it's an English mild. I think we're okay here. So let's give it a crack and see where we got going. Yeah. Man, few and far to beer reviews as of late. You know, about once a week I've been doing these, so sorry for the lack of postings, but life has been grand, man. Just from work and kid and stuff like that. Just don't find the time, but I still love doing it, so we're always going to be here. Let's put it that way. A comedy and tragedy, sorry. Comedy and tragedy masks. I have an innate hatred for these just because I worked in the tattoo industry for 18 years, and this is like one of the dumb tattoos people get. But there's something about the art design of these that I like them. So yeah, there you go. Font, weird font choice for that. The kind of futuristic bubble font. But hey, I'm mildly amused. So we're down with the can. As far as the beer goes, I mean, that looks the part of what you'd expect from an English dark mild. I mean, it's very, very dark. It's brown, but man, that sucker is dark brown. And it has this, like, pinky finger of this really beautiful khaki-colored head. Remind you of something a bit more robust, like, almost like porteresque as far as color goes. But it has this rich darkness to it. Pretty clear beer. Soft little haze to it. Nothing too crazy. You know, it looks like a nice, rich, dark beer. 4%, keep in mind. You know, a lot of beers that are, you know, dark and at 6% aren't this dark. So, kudos to them for getting it up there, that low ABV. Good nose. Ooh. Man, there's some rich maltiness going on here. You're, again, kind of really, really surprised because you're talking about 4%. I mean, it is a cool combination of malts here. You get a multiple level kind of chocolate malt. There's almost like a soft little vanilla going on there. I confuse chocolate and vanilla, so that could be it. But I feel like there's a soft, like, little vanilla portion to show here. I don't know if that's like an oat edition or something like that, but that's very, very cool. And there's soft little coffee vibes to it too. 4% bringing a lot to the table for a 4% English mild. Just this kind of rich maltiness, multiple levels of chocolate, nothing overtly sweet, but you're talking about 4%. It is sweet for that ABV level, at least perceptually on the nose. And then you get that nice little soft kind of pseudo vanilla. You get that soft little kind of coffee vibe to it. My glasses. Micah broke my glasses. They're annoying me. I had them for like a month. But yeah, that's a really, really nice nose on such a small beer. I'm pumped, you know. Keen low ABV. These are the beers that really kind of do me proper, and to get something with this kind of impact in this style at this ABV is very cool. And I just want to preface this because I've been kind of talking about this boisterous nose. We're talking about its style and ABV here. We're not talking it smells like a big, huge English style 8% Imperial Porter or anything like that. But it does come off traditional, too. It does come off English mildy, just a little bit more cranked up than you typically get. So it's not out of style. It just comes off really, really nice for its ABV level and style. Let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. That's delicious. That is goddamn delicious. That's a fantastic beer. Wow. So there's a decent bittering here. A tannic tea-like, what you'd expect from an English hopped kind of beer. Kent Goldings, Fuggles, those kind of things going on in this beer. You get this tannic tea-like hop on the other side of this rich kind of decadent-esque kind of low ABV English mild. You get those chocolates that are played. It almost kind of flirts into a little bit of a soft caramel kind of vibes to it. Again, that soft little pseudo vanilla. And then a little bit of roasty toasty, a little bit of coffee vibes on it. Again, It's low ABV, nothing too great. It's not hitting you a 2x4 to the face with all those kind of aromatics and flavors in the actual taste itself. But they're there. They're big. And I would bet nothing. Well, I bet everything is what I should say. If I drink this wine, I don't think I'd peg this for sub 5, maybe even sub 6%. It's honestly that impactful. But as I said with the nose, staying very, very true to its bones. It drinks like an English mild, but it just has a little bit extra volume on each critical component of this beer. You know, the way the chocolates come off, the way that roastiness comes off, that tan tea-likeness on it. And again, we're talking, if this is from August, you're talking about this beer has probably about 6 months on it already, so it's kept that around. Honestly, this is probably one of the better English miles I've had as of late, and absolutely 100% Mount Rushmore status. You know, as I kind of alluded to, is to get, you know, vitamin C, if you're not familiar with them, at least in my parts, maybe it's me being a little bit undereducated here, but, you know, they're very well known for their hazies. I know they do other styles of beer. I've had them before, like I said, in collaboration form. I've actually might have done some vitamin C straight at some Beer Tube Palooza, but again, it's slipping my mind. I know I've had their beers, but a bulk of them have been hazy IPAs, and that's kind of where they cut their teeth. So, you know, one, to see their stuff on a shelf close to me is kind of weird. We don't really see their stuff down this way. So I was like, okay. And the C, pick it up, and I'm like, okay, vitamin C. I'm like, why is this so cheap? Because it was like, I want to say like $13.99 or $14.99. I was like, that's weird for vitamin C. And I was like, oh, it's a 4% English mild. I had to get it. It's even a higher. It might have been $15.99, $14.99, $15.99, but you know, you're talking about a brewery I rarely get, a very cool style for them to kind of throw a cut at, and honestly, one of my more favorite styles, one I haven't had in a while. I haven't had get my butt down the Bond Place, so my English mild game is a little bit off. I probably haven't drank a decent amount of English mild since Beer Tube Palooza when I was down by Human Robot. But man, honestly, you know, as far as flavor profile, impact, drinkability, the mouthfeel on this has this kind of soft, almost silkiness, like it's not cask level, but you get those kind of vibes from it. Man, as far as just an English style beer with a slight and Americanized volume kick to it, but still staying within what those BJCP nerds would consider the correct box. Honestly, one of the better ones I've had in a while. You know what I mean? Mount Rushmore status for sure. Like I said, value and availability, it's a weird one because it came off the shelf. It was a little pricey. I'm not sure where it hits, so leave that for what it's worth and just say, if you like what we like this. If you like English beers, English miles, and you want something that just has a little bit of extra oomph to it. Again, we're not talking, you know, just this crazy Americanized version of an English mile. We're talking about just a little volume on it while staying at that paltry 4%. That's the cool trick it pulls off here, is that it's giving you 6% kind of vibes at 4%. That'll win my heart every portion of the day. So if you dig those things, you'll dig this. There you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Master Beers, if you want to check me out in the social media stuff, they're messy. Podcasting stuff. Even far between, but still existing. We'll bring it back. Vitamin C, have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? I'm really curious if anybody out there has had this beer. Mildly Amused, English style mild at 4%. Bonkers good beer. Talk about it down there if you've had it, or anything vitamin C related, or anything you want related. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying some English mild right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.